from Bloomington to West Lafayette, the fans look to have their say in this in-state showdown. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Purdue's offense will get the football first. The school known for astronauts, Purdue was in its own orbit, in its own universe the last time, and they destroyed Indiana.
And it was an astronomical bucket. Like, they took care of business. They made sure there was no doubt, and they continued to dominate this series.
It was a statement delivered, and the message is loud and clear. Indiana knows they cannot sleepwalk coming into this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So Indiana's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And we've got a superb match. Watch here, David, one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Freeman. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become?
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air, it's Stevenson. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. The give on the option. Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Purdue! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Buys a little extra time. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. He'll do it himself. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. The Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Hard running there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Page. Trying to set up the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
The play action fake. He's got him. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Took a shot as he threw. The old Oaken bucket dates all the way back to 1925, but the rivalry itself goes back even further, 1891. Alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy? Well, of course, an Oaken bucket.
Yeah, of course, a bucket. A bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for. What are you going to win today? I'm going to win a bucket. No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool, but Jesse, when you make it a trophy game, it's just so much more fun. It's so much more energy. It's so cool. You're going to celebrate with it. You're going to go grab it right after the game.
Yeah, you know, both Purdue and Indiana, they're hoping to add a score, a date, the city this game was played in. Someone's adding a P or an I to the old Oaken bucket.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Gonna look downfield again. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go to the ground. Running to Green. Got the first down and more. Speeding down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Purdue! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rides to back and leaves it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old Oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State. And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen.
Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Plows through the defense. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Dropping back, it's Page. He'll throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, a 1st footwork and swing momentum. Bringing it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Boilermaker! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Never thought about taking a knee. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Hauls it in, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone? Touchdown, Indiana! Great job by the back on the option.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime. Regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Looking for a gap. It's Clark. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Boilermakers want to move quickly. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Might be looking to run. Finding open areas. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quick completion on the out route. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Purdue! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Page. Rushes on him. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. Holds it in and looking upfield. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The offense changing the play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's not afraid to go deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. All the way down to the 24-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to get it out of your own territory. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the old Oaken bucket is on the line, and already the Hoosiers and Boilermakers have given us some impressive moments.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Page. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Gonna run it. It's Clark. Just ran over it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Boilermakers are on the move. They'll give it to the back. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Give to the back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. And the Boilermakers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback on the keeper. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boiler up, and are they ever as Purdue stretches the lead.
Purdue is putting in work. Wonderful job by this offense, putting up points. They're doing everything they wanted to do in this rivalry game.
Purdue is flying high. You've got to love the level of execution right now offensively, and on the defensive side, man, they're flying around.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Got his man on the right. Turning it on.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Finds his back in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like...
Continue just steamrolling the defense. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Boilermakers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to... There he goes! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Couldn't find a way to create that field as he stopped at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The latest edition of the Indiana-Purdue rivalry goes to the Boilermakers as they will boiler up and take home the old Oaken Bucket. Thanks so much for spending some